everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are doing the love check-in for the month of September for the sign of Virgo. We're going to get your romance angel messages right out, Virgo, and see what's going on for this mid-September. You deserve love. All right. Just came out for Cancer, I believe. And let go of control issues. All right. To, I guess, complimentary messages, right? Let's get right into your animal spirits and see what they say for the week. You may or may not resonate with these also, and that's fine. Now this is just a check-in for you and your lover or your significant other. The forecast is in the monthly reading, which will be linked in the description. And by the way, also all the tarot decks that I use are also linked in the description if you want to purchase them on Amazon. I have affiliate links there as well. So we've got elephant energy, beautiful, fire energy, beautiful. And we have dragonfly, Lord of Lights. All right, so air energy, fire and air. Let's get into those quickly. The elephant. This is one of these powerhouse animal spirit cards. The elephant brings with it an immense amount of power. It is unstoppable, simply unstoppable. The elephant is extremely auspicious and wise, right? Auspicious meaning it brings important and very important events in our lives, right? The elephant is the one, it is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom, an enormous amount of wisdom. Ganesh being the Hindu god, also represents an enormous amount of good fortune, Virgo. Now, the elephant is the destroyer of obstacles, right? And it is the unstoppable force that destroys obstacles. When this card appears, it's usually because we feel stuck in some way. We feel like there's some kind of obstacle that is clouding our path. Rest assured, when the elephant shows up, this obstacle is about to be cleared out. There's, you know what I mean? The elephant energy is really simply the most powerful, unstoppable force in the deck. Sometimes the elephant can create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. If you know about elephants and how they behave in the jungle, which is essentially where they live for the most part, they have been known to knock trees down to create a sort of a path, right? They've been known to knock trees down to force humans and animals or herds to go in a certain path, right? A certain direction. Now, dragonfly, interesting, is air energy. And the dragonfly, of course, is the Lord of Light. And in this way, it's also the Lord of Illusion. Okay, so the dragonfly comes in when we need to be clear in our minds, all right? It is a very ancient, ethereal creature. It kind of awakens a sense of wonder and magic in us, right? If you've ever been by a riverbank or a pond or a lake and you see the dragonflies flying, they're really beautiful creatures. I mean, and there is a way that the light can dance on those wings as they're flying. And really, you know, you begin to see things that maybe aren't even there, right? So it's that shimmering, that shifting of light. The dragonfly shows up when it's time to consider, right? When it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. The dragonfly shows up when we need to not second guess, but when we need to really think about what it is that we are focusing on. Is it really real? Is it illusionary? Are we going down like sort of the rabbit hole, right? Oftentimes, what you may believe the situation entails or what you may believe is happening is not what's happening. And so this is what the dragonfly brings with it, the message. It brings the message of take care of your mind and your perception. Take care to remain maybe a bit more grounded. And to remember that things can be illusory. Things can be an illusion. Not everything we see or everything that we perceive is as we perceive it, right? And so we have to have a discernment there, right? A good grounded, logical discernment. Now, that's not to say that magic and wonder aren't real. Of course they're real. We're reading tarot cards here, which speaks of, esotericism and otherworldly things. Yet, at the same time, you have to have some kind of groundedness and some kind of quality to your perception so that you know when things are real and when things are not as they seem. All right, Virgo, so let's go. Let go of control issues is very much in this vein, right? So you may be thinking you have control over a situation that you really don't have control over. The dragonfly is coming in to let you know that things are not the way you believe they are. Let's get right into your spread. And again, we're just going to check out the energy for the month. See where you guys are at with your significant others. And let's get right into it. Virgo, 5 of Cups is how your person is resonating. You're resonating with the King of Wands. Interesting. Your person sees you as a 5 of Wands. So there's the control issues. And you see them as the moon. And there is your dragonfly. Alright, because things are not as they seem when moon energy is in. Now that doesn't matter that the dragonfly is air and moon is essentially a very watery sign. This is moon, which is a major arcana. So it has a lot of energies associated with it. Although this is the card for Cancer. We have the Tower here for how they see the relationship. Alright. And you have 2 of Cups. Oh, my dear Virgo. So something's going on here, right? Something's happening here for sure in this relationship. You guys are not on the same page. 6 of Cups is at the bottom. So there's a desire, certainly, to have a long, enduring, loving relationship connection here. 6 of Cups talks about building memories, being very fond of each other. But this month we have some issues, all right? So let's take a look right at it. Virgo, your person is resonating with 5 of Cups. You're resonating with King of Wands. Why is that? Well, 5 of Cups is, they're sad, they're miserable, they're thinking about the past. They're thinking about old relationships. They're thinking about the trauma of old relationships and they're wallowing in it. 5 is the number for power struggle. We have 2 5s here. 5 of Cups and 5 of Wands. There's a lot of power struggle going on. Your person is certainly having an internal struggle right now. Your person may struggle with depression. They may struggle with melancholy, okay? Because that's certainly how they're identifying right now at this part of the month. You have King of Wands, so you're very ambitious right now. You're very much focused on the future. I think that you're at odds with your person, Virgo, because you're not understanding why they're so depressed and why they're so sad and downtrodden. King of Wands is optimistic. King of Wands looks to the future. The King of Wands is very brave and clear. The King of Wands is fiery, right? And not the sort of person to wallow in misery. His fire won't allow it. His desire for something new won't allow it. His understanding of the creative natures and the passion of life, the ups and downs. The King of Wands has an understanding of this. And so he's transcended to a certain degree this kind of 5 of Cups. And this is what you're resonating with right now. Interesting. could be that you deserve love. It could very well be that this is your person, that your person is very much resonating with a feeling of not deserving love, not being loved. Remember, Dragonfly is here. I think there's a lot of illusion going on with your person. I don't know that it's with you, Virgo. I think it's with your person. They see you as Five of Wands, and you see them as moon energy. And that's interesting, too, because that seems to suggest they're bickering with you a lot. You guys maybe have been bickering a lot. Have you been arguing a lot this month? Have you been at odds with each other? Maybe just not understanding each other. It seems to be a feeling of one-upmanship, self-esteem issues, right? So a lot of this is down to self-esteem issues. Five of Wands, you can see the youths, they're all kind of like battering each other and arguing and fighting for dominance, right? So this could very well be a problem with dominance in a relationship. Certainly if you're resonating with King of Wands right now, you're the dominant figure in the relationship, right? Now, if your person has a problem, they may be having an issue with that or a problem with that. I think this Five of Wands is coming out of this Five of Cups. So in a sense, you see them as the moon. So meaning you're not sure of where any of this is coming from. Right? You don't understand where any of this is coming from. Moon energy is very vague, emotional territory. We're not sure, you know, it's deep emotional territory, but it's unsure. You're not quite sure what they feel about you or why they're bickering with you. I think maybe for some of you Virgos, it might be the reason why you've come to the tarot reading in the first place, because, you know, these cards are so at odds with each other. I wonder if there's a communication problem between the two of you, because you really just don't understand why they're feeling the way they're feeling. And I think you really don't understand right now why there seems to be so much turmoil between the two of you. Because you seem very confident and knowing of what it is you want right now. Right? And the only thing that's kind of vexing you is this moon energy, in the sense of, why is your person acting so weird? You know, why are they acting? They're almost acting out in a way. I want to say they're almost acting out like a child, right? And you just don't understand it. All right. Now, how do they see the relationship? This is quite interesting. So they see the relationship as, this glare on the moon card is really bugging me. I hope you can still see it. They see the relationship as a tower moment, and you see it as a Two of Cups. So your person is really going through something right now. Okay? Things are not going the way they expected them to go. I think your person may be somebody who is quite restricted in their thinking, in a sense, and this is changing for them, because the tower moment comes when you can no longer hold on to your restricted way of thinking, or your kind of limited model of the world, right? It no longer fits or applies. Everything that you're experiencing or that's happening to you is absolutely tearing that vision of the world down. And so your person is really, they're really struggling, I think, this middle month period. And you're resonating with Two of Cups. You absolutely adore them, Virgo. And I do feel for some of you Virgos who are resonating with this energy, because you love this person, you feel bonded to this person, you want to move forward with this person, but your person is going through some very heavy emotional and spiritual changes. This will be a very heavy time for you. However, take heed. I think a lot of this that your person is going through, it's just not at all to do with you. This is a lot of reactionary things that are happening, and in a lot of ways, they have a lot of leftover trauma from before being with you, I want to say. Remember though, the elephant brings with it wisdom, blessings, and the clearing of obstacles in an unstoppable way. Excuse me. Which means that if you can hang in there, right? If you can hang in there, and if you also can let go of control issues in a sense, and Virgo, understand this when I say this, I'm not saying that you're a control freak, but what I am saying is that whenever we are in love with somebody who's going through a difficult time, the first thing we want to do is try to make it better. And that is a kind of control, right? It's not bad, it's natural, but it is a kind of control, or trying to control something that sometimes is uncontrollable. You may simply have to just hang in there, right? And see how this situation turns out. Talk with your person. And most importantly, this reading, I'm going to say, is really, usually the animal spirits are just a guide to help us understand where we're coming from, or where someone's coming from, or what's happening. I think with this particular reading, Virgo, the most important thing to pay attention to is these two animal guides. Because the elephant and the dragonfly are both letting you know what's happening right now. Things are happening with your person. They are seeing things and reacting to things that are not really representative of the reality. They're reacting to their perception of things. They may be reacting to their perception of the relationship. I think they are reacting in a very old way. I think they're having old reactions to things, right? And it's not working out for them, right? It could be simply that you're a different type of partner than they're used to, and it could be that sort of some of the antics and some of the behaviors that worked for them before don't work in this relationship, right? They don't work with you, Virgo. And they're finding themselves kind of really in this very chaotic state, wondering about the past and the mistakes of the past, and desperately trying to kind of gain control of the present situation. However, like I said, these two animal spirit cards are important because the elephant brings with it so much wisdom and so much determination and unstoppable force. This is just a look at where you guys are at. I would say that probably towards the end of the month, you're going to start seeing some of the effects of this elephant energy coming in, and some of the clearing away of these obstacles or burdens, hang-ups, baggage, whatever you want to call it, that your person right now is very much working through. Because you seem all right. The only problem you have is you don't understand why they're acting the way they're acting. Right? So stay strong. Stay in your King of Wands. King of Wands is a very good, strong position to have in this type of scenario. And take a look at the monthly outlook to see if that resonates with you at all. And yeah, and just hang in there. This is a very tricky time for your person, your significant other, and we'll see what happens closer towards the end of the month and the beginning of October with the October love reading. All right, guys, this is it. I'm going to call it. If it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Do all of that good stuff to help me grow my channel and continue to provide you these readings. Check out the links in the description. There are a lot of links to other pick-a-card readings, full month readings, and Amazon affiliate links to all of the decks that I use. But for right now, Virgo, I love you. Have a wonderful rest of September. I'll see you at the beginning of October for the October love check-in. Bye-bye now.